Congressman John McGuire of Virginia sits on the House Oversight Committee. He joins me now. Congressman, sitting on the Oversight Committee, what is your reaction? Because at one point, the Clintons refused to come in. It gets all the way to a House vote for contempt charges. Now they change their tune. Your reaction to that?
Well, it's unfortunate it took a threat of criminal contempt of Congress, possibility of handcuffs, for them to finally agree to come in. But I got to tell you, for the last 6 months, they've dodged and weaved and come up with every excuse. So I got to tell you, I'm skeptical. I believe it when I see it.
I want to show you this if I can, because there is a response to Comer's statement. It was Clinton spokesperson Angel Arena saying in what you would say is a defiant post, and we'll show it to you. They negotiated in good faith. You did not. They told you under oath what they know, but you don't care. But the former president and former secretary of state will be there. They look forward to setting a precedent that applies to everyone. What is your response to that?
Well, my response is no one is above the law. You know, Bill Clinton said, I don't know the man. But records that were released show that he brought Epstein to his White House 17 times. And he flew on the Lolita, the Epstein aircraft, 26 times. And that's not knowing the man. That's a VIP pass to Epstein Island. And so it's about transparency and answers, and the victims deserve that closure. And so I think the American people and the Virginia 5th Congressional District, Virginia Commonwealth, and our whole country deserve that transparency, deserve those answers, because what he's saying is not adding up to the evidence.
You know, there were more than 3 million documents that were released by the Justice Department recently. Some of that included videos, some of it included pictures. Is that a part of your line of questioning that you would have for the former president?
Yeah, absolutely, because what he says is not what we're seeing. And you think about during the Biden administration, they had access to everything, and they released 0 files. And this administration has released millions. But, you know, one of the things I want to know is how did this top predator, this guy who terrorized these victims, how did he infiltrate the highest levels of the U.S. government? You know, and maybe we can learn some things from the testimony of how to prevent or strengthen anti-human trafficking legislation or laws. And maybe we can find out, are there other politicians being paid off and covering for Epstein, and maybe even world leaders? We've got a lot of questions. We need answers.
Are you at all concerned that you may not learn much from the former president once he does sit down for a deposition? When and if that does happen, after the negotiations of how long this will go on, are you concerned that he may be able to dodge many of the questions that you seek answers to?
Well, I think you and I would agree that no one's above the law, but I think the Clintons think they are above the law, and they want special treatment. And looking at the way they've dodged and weaved and avoided everything over the last 6 months, I still am skeptical, and I believe it when I see it that they will show up. But even if they do show up, they call him Slick Willie. I think he'll dodge and weave, and I'm skeptical. He'll answer our questions, but we'll give it our best shot.
We do appreciate that. Congressman John McGuire joining us of the Oversight Committee. Thank you very much for coming on.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.